Hello and welcome to the Mongolian Viking. My name is Jan Ingve, or Chinggis Jan as I try to convince the locals here that my name actually is. I'm a Norwegian living in Mongolia. I've been living here for the last 7-8 years now. And this is a brand new channel, as you probably all can see. And we'll try to do some of the stuff that I'm passionate about, and I'll take you along with me. Off-roading, taking photos, and exploring. That's what you get to see here. We're driving 1,100 meters up today, up on a mountain, and trying to get a picture of the city. And we are off. Today we're going to Bukkentau. I'm going to Bukkentau. It's a mountain that lies just above Ulgi, the city I'm living in, which is in Ulgi, Aimek, or county. It's 1,100 meters to go up, and of course there's no road, or there is a road, but that's the boring route, so I'm not going to take that one. I'm in a Land Cruiser. I'm going to take the fun route. Yeah, I've worked for a Norwegian NGO here. We have been working here since 1994 and do mostly development work. Right now we are based in the two most western provinces of Mongolia, Ulgi and Hovd, but I'll talk more about that sometimes later. Right now the important stuff, I'm going to the mountain to try out the new feature which came with a new firmware update for the Canon EOS R5. The IBIS pixel shift 400 megapixel picture thing. And for that I'm just going to drive up the mountain, take a picture of the city here, and see how it turns out. I heard some rumors that it's only JPEG. I haven't tested it out myself yet, so we'll see. Is it better, or would it be better to just put on a long lens on my camera and take 9 different pictures and sew them together in a panorama shot? Who knows? We'll see. Apologize about the sound quality here. Unfortunately, this was an idea that my friend Vegard, who's editing this all, and I had yesterday to start this YouTube channel. So unfortunately I haven't gotten a microphone yet. It's kind of hard to get a hold of in the countryside of Mongolia. They probably have it in Ulaanbaatar, the capital here, but yeah. For now, it's just my phone now I'm going to use as a microphone, and we'll see how that works out here. As you can see, we're now driving around the mountain to go up from the back side. From the front, I've tried several times, but it's just impossible to get up there. So we'll see now, because there's also snowing a little bit today, so hopefully it won't be snow on the slopes there. Because if there is, it's way too steep to get up there with any sort of snow. Just without snow and like a normal day, you need the diff locks, front and rear, to be able to get up there at all. So it's gonna be a fun day. Bukkentau means Bukken, well, that's the name of the Mongolian gazelle in the local language, and Tau is just another word for mountain in local language. So there you have it, and that's Kazakh, which is the local language here now. The Kazakhs came in 1911 from China, and they have more or less taken over this part of Mongolia. Right now it's this province. I think it's 90% Kazakhs and 10% Mongolians left living here. Yeah, now we need a diff locks here, and we're on the way up the Bay Hill. I tried to I had to take my seatbelt off to get the camera started here, and now it's locked because of the angle of the hill here. So this is fun. We'll see how it looks on the other camera, my R5, which I'm filming it from the bottom of the hill here. Just need to get to the top to turn around, because turning around here would just mean to tip over the whole car. So we'll see. This is Mongolia at its absolutely best. Scary angles where it's both steep uphill and sideways. I'll try to turn the GoPro around here so you can see what I'm on about. I don't know if you can see how steep it really is, but we'll see here what happens. Yeah, I don't know if you can see out of that how much of an angle we're actually at here, but it's quite steep in both directions. Yeah, I just got to the peak here now, and it's quite windy, as you probably can hear, and it's snowing all the way around. Not at the peak though, so I'll still go out and try to get some shots, but we'll see how good it gets and if it's actually possible to test the 402 megapixel thing with the Canon R5. Let's just show you around here. You can see the view is just amazing. Too bad with all the snow, you could see for kilometers or miles, as the Americans would say here. Yeah, I was just about ready to get out here, and then it started snowing like crazy up in the mountain. Not like crazy if you've ever been to Norway, but for Mongolia, it started snowing quite a bit here. Right now, I think it's about 15 minus degrees and a bit of wind. But luckily I'm prepared, so I'll just sit and wait it out with some snacks and a bottle of water. And I'll get out once it calms down. Unfortunately though, the wind is so bad I can't get my drone up today. But if I'm ever up here again, I'll try to get some shots then. Yeah, now it's been maybe an hour I've been sitting here. It's snowing more now than or even heavier now than it did before. So yeah, it's less than an hour until the sun sets. I got at least 30-minute drive ahead of me to get back home. Or back into the city where it's a proper road, so I think I'll just have to head off without getting to test the Canon R5 firmware update with the 400 megapixel little picture. But hopefully the better it will be good enough that I can come back up here tomorrow. If I do, I'll bring you along. Conditions right now at the top I think must be perfect. It started to become cloudy again, but the sun has come through some places, so that would be ideal conditions. The clouds unfortunately are coming in from the west, and that's where the sun will set, so I hope I can reach it up to the peak here, and if there's no snowdrift stopping me before the clouds block the sun completely out. Because right now it will be a perfect time to get the images. It's right now about 15 minus degrees and it was quite windy. Hopefully it will die down. It died down a little bit from earlier today, but I brought some extra clothes just in case. So we'll see how it is when I get there. But to get my drone up, it needs to be somewhat okay. I just came from a local friend of mine now, so I had some tea and mutton to warm me on the way, so that's really good. He lives closer to the mountains as well, so when I left him it was not as far to go to get up here, which is always positive when the sun apparently is disappearing in not too long. We'll see when we get there. So what's happening now is there were some mountains with sunlight on them that looked really beautiful. When I get up here, a little bit of clouds would make for a really good landscape picture, I believe. But I just need to, so I didn't go to the top of the mountain. I just need to get my clothes on in a hurry and get out and see if I can get anything. I'm now suited up, so I'll get out there and see. The sunlight is shifting all the time. It's not as good as it was when I got up here, but might still be usable. So it's, yeah, just need to hurry out here and see what we can get. For the 2.8, but it's too expensive for my budget as of now. I don't know how this will look, but we'll see in the post-processing if it's possible to do something with it. It got a bit more cloudy and a bit less sunny, so it's going out of the car here. We'll see. It's really cold with the wind chill as well here. I should have had a face mask. That probably be the wise thing, but whoever said I was a wise man. And it's mostly just to test the feature with the 400 megapixel picture. It's not ideal conditions. It's a bit yeah, misty, I would call it. Probably smoke from the houses. They all use coal to heat up their houses here. Yeah, so we'll see how it turns out, if it's possible to get anything good or not. But I'll do my best and we'll see. It's also so windy, I see my lens is shifting about, even though it's on a pretty sturdy tripod. Of course I removed the lanyard, because with the lanyard it's impossible to keep it steady in windy conditions like this. So now we need to go to the menu. The red menu, I have no idea what they call this, and yeah, proper language. An IBIS high resolution shot. Turn to second. That should be it, I believe. Just up the exposure a little bit here. Oh, it doesn't have the exposure shown. Here it is. I always like to have the histogram up here so I can see. So I know it's really bright enough, but we'll see. It's just an awful lot of wind here today. This could turn into a blurry mess because of, yeah, you probably can hear the wind. It's not good. That's just too soft and too blurry. Okay, we need another plan. Unfortunately, it's not possible to get up with the drone here. I'll try it again tomorrow to see if I can find another place to shoot from, because at the mountain this season it looks like it's not possible. It always has a lot of wind in the spring and in the fall. So we'll see what happens tomorrow to see if I can get this picture that I actually promised to show with the 400 megapixels. But now I need to get back in the car before I get frostbite. Something locals would use because of the cold. The herders, they need it when they're out every single day through the winter, and now it's only 15 minus degrees, maybe 20 up here at the mountain. In winter, when it hits 40 below, oh, you can't imagine how cold that is. So those are a wild man. Anyways, you can see I'm freezing up in the face. I should have maybe we should ask him to get the fox fur mask or something like that as well. Taking the camera into weather like that, or cold, it's usually no problem. I have never tried with the mirrorless Canon before, but earlier when I had 80D and 60, and even before at 100E, being outside for an hour in 40 minus degrees was not a problem. But what's really important if you do that, to bring the camera bag also outside and get in the car or inside the house or wherever you're going at the same time. Let it stay inside the bag until it's heated up. If not, you can risk fogging up your lenses and your camera body, and that's not ideal. Right now I'm trying to go, or I'm going to go to the other side of the mountain to see if there's a little bit of lee from the wind. It's not an English word, it is a Norwegian, so we'll try it. Less wind is what I'm trying to say. And if I'm lucky with the wind and the sunlight, it could be possible to get some quite awesome pictures of another mountain, which is that 4,000 meter peak. And on that peak, or in that area, I heard it's around 150 snow leopards living. So who knows, we will get a picture of a snow leopard. Of course, so far off that we can't see it, but who cares about that? The wind isn't too bad over here, but this is the direction where you could see the mountain. If it hadn't been for the snow, that's of course going down now. But just look at this stunning view. I mean, this is Mongolia. This is why this is an amazing place to live. If you ever have an opportunity, you should definitely come visiting. Just look around, it's an insanely wide landscape. Yeah, so there you have it. That's 2 days of trying to get a shot and not being able to because of the weather conditions. That's kind of what it is to be a hobby photographer here in Mongolia. You go out when you have the chance and you have the spare time or free time to do it, but you don't always get it. And I can tell the reason why I wanted to get the city here, the picture, was to see the details of the 400 megapixel image. With the 400 megapixel and the city, it would be easy to see details in the houses and stuff like that. But right now, with the conditions, it just hasn't been possible to get anything good. So again, as I said, I'll try to get something else to show for it. But unfortunately, now it's work days and I have tomorrow and I have to go back to work. But I'll see you again, maybe next weekend, and it's Easter now, so I'll have some extra days off where I can try to get out then. Maybe do the city here again or try to get another picture. But until then, thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, that's the beauty of doing photography from your car. Right now, the view out here was quite good. I don't know if you can see it on the GoPro, if it's too wide of an angle. I'm guessing it's too wide. But now I'm sitting in the car keeping warm, while the tripod is set up over here, trying to do a time lapse of the sunlight and the snow kind of drifting along the plain here.